My name is Timur Civan. I'm a director of photography. One of the biggest concerns that DPs and gaffers have when bringing LEDs onto a set, we're used to using established systems like tungsten lights. There's only so many different ways you can put electricity through a filament, so it's going to be very consistent from manufacturer to manufacturer to manufacturer. So there's not really too much of a worry about an inconsistency and a mismatch in color. With light-emitting diodes, there's no real way of knowing what you're going to get until the finished unit is done, and only then when you can take a light meter to it and actually see what it's doing. You don't really know what you're going to get. And that's one of the big fears, is when if you bring in a brand of lights that you're not used to, that you've never used before, you don't want to see that this is completely green or this is completely magenta. Using the meter to dial in the lights as close as we can get them to something that we're used to has been really helpful to know which brands I can trust and know that some have different capabilities, but they have flaws. And if you know where the flaws are, you can correct for them. The C-700 meter helps my gaffer on set in a number of ways. I know for a fact that he checks his lights regularly. He compares them. It's a way of measuring the age of bulbs, because as HMIs age, they get warmer and warmer. So being able to measure them and keep them within a certain spec really gives him the ability to deliver a great product. I think one of the biggest benefits of the spectral distribution graph on the C-700, it's really a great way to just quickly reference any spikes. It gives you at least a sense of how they're going to balance, how they're going to feel, and visually look at it and see, oh, that's where the colors are falling. One of my favorite functions on the C-700 meter is not only the foot candle meter, which gives me essentially just a quick standard incident light meter, but also the fact that it can help you with gel conversions. When you take a color reading, it'll tell you, if you set it up in that mode, that what color filters or gels or camera filters, etc., whatever you would need to normalize it to a target color temperature. The way that we use the C-700 in the 2017 LED light shootout, we essentially metered the sun and we metered a tungsten light. We used that color temperature reading as our target. So we took the LED light, we dialed it in as close as we could till we could hit that target color temperature of the tungsten light, which was 3170. We did a proper reading while it was illuminating 3 models with 3 skin tones and a classic color checker chart, a white card, and then we had a standard 18% gray chart. Using the C-700, we were able to dial in as close as we can. We gave the light a fair shot to mimic tungsten and do the best it could to fit into that world.